My name is Gregory Gopman. I'm here from Photon. Cloud computing is a $247 billion industry with 50% margins. The behemoth in this space is AWS. And their pitch to people is really simple. They lure you in with very cheap prices, they get your data, and then they jack things up and you're locked in. It's really awful. Well, we're Photon, and we're here to break up the monopoly known as AWS by creating a new resource to pull cloud compute from, which offers the same quality of service, but for around 90% less cost. So Photon is a decentralized marketplace for cloud compute. And essentially, what we're doing is decentralizing and optimizing the current cloud industry. And in doing so, we're able to produce something that's very similar to what people use today, but just for a dramatically lower cost. We do that by putting all these bids and asks on a marketplace where cloud computing can be very simple to get, very transparent, and people can have a bidding war over like what you're going to be paying for cloud compute. Now, there's a lot of other people doing decentralized cloud computing startups in the space, and we're actually much, much different. So you've never seen anything before like this. And the reason why is because most of these other people in the decentralized cloud computing space are doing decentralized apps. So what that means is you're deploying your application specifically for their blockchain. You're deploying it to their blockchain, and then it's becoming a decentralized app on their blockchain. And that's not what we're doing at all. We use a blockchain marketplace for doing the bids and asks of our cloud computing system. But we deploy using containers in the same format that all enterprises currently do. All companies in the cloud, the entire $247 billion industry, deploys things directly to their containers or servers right now. So you don't have to change your code. You don't have to change anything with Photon. All you have to do is use the Photon cloud to do it. So in that way, we're able to market ourselves to the entire $247 billion cloud industry, while all these decentralized app companies are really fighting over a $1 million dApp market, which we're hoping expands for in the future. So it's a much different technology and it's a much different solution. And the only reason we're able to do this is because it's something we've been working on for the last 3 years. So this technology of what we're doing requires us to take resources from all these different cloud providers. So whether it's HP or Cisco or Oracle or DigitalOcean or you name it, right? There's underutilized racks, servers, tin inside their data centers. They're sitting there not used right now. And what Photon does is it provides them a way to monetize that tin by listing it on the Photon network, hopefully at an extremely cheap price because they're just trying to get some extra money from it. And then what our technology does is it allows all these multiple different clouds to work together as one new cloud. Now this is not trivial at all. This is super hardcore DevOps work. You have to know serverless computing, you have to know containers, you have to know Kubernetes. It's very complicated, but it's something that we've done and accomplished. We're really proud of it. And what that allows us to do is have all these different resources from all these different clouds work together in one new cloud, and that's the Photon network. So it's awesome. Now, in doing that, we're able to lower the compute price dramatically, but that's not all. The Photon cloud is also a platform. It's a platform that people from all around the world, all these different platforms out there, and there's thousands of them in the cloud universe, right? There's your Heroku for serverless. There's Redis for databases. You have your systems integrators and your MSPs that are selling all kinds of stuff to all kinds of people, right? And they're putting all these different services and packaging them together. But at the core of all of it in the cloud universe and technology all around us is compute. That is the base layer. And what we're doing at Photon is we're creating the cheapest possible place to get compute in the entire world. So you're probably wondering, we have this great business, right? Why are we decentralized? Why not just charge some middleman fee and get like profits and like juice this and become billions of dollars and like compete with Amazon and all this stuff? The actual reason is cost. For us to really do our business right, we have to be the cheapest place to get compute forever, right? No one can beat us as long as we're cheapest. And the only way you're cheapest is if you're connecting clients directly with providers, right? We're connecting people who want to buy cloud resources directly with the people that are selling it. And there's no middleman whatsoever. So we take zero middleman fee whatsoever. That's why we're decentralized. We own tokens, right? We're excited to see the value of these tokens increase, just like hopefully a lot of other people are out there. And we're happy to be stakeholders of this network and see it succeed. The second reason why we're decentralized is because these cloud providers probably wouldn't want to work with us if we had a chance to compete with them, right? They wouldn't want to see us succeed and get bigger and maybe sell to Amazon, which would probably happen, right? We would become a billion-dollar company. Some bigger company would be like, hey, join our cloud. Then we would let all that marketing and all that like success of the community that went into it go into this new company. And we also don't want to show favoritism. We want to be very transparent. With everyone who joins our network, it's a fair, open market. We don't care what gets sold, who gets sold, as long as it's done the right way, and we ensure that everyone's operating properly. The third reason why is we're a big believer in decentralized governance. We want the people and stakeholders in our network to choose how this network evolves. So we see ourselves as the shepherds of the new cloud. The Photon cloud is something that will be owned by everybody as far as how it will evolve over time. Which gets me into the tokens, right? How does this evolution happen? How does staking happen? How does your token work? So essentially, any provider can choose to put their racks on the Photon network. That's cool. If those provider wants a higher level of security, if they want to say maybe that they can be like HIPAA compliant or something that would a tier 5 security provider would normally provide, they have to go through an accreditation process with us. In doing so, they also stake tokens. That stakeholdership that they have also allows them to be a voter of the governance of our network. We're excited about them. We're excited about them joining. Eventually, a client comes to us. They tell us what they want to do. They tell us that they want to run some machine learning workload, and then they put in a bid for what they want to pay. There's a match made on our network. As soon as we find a provider that has the exact resources they want, the initial client will stake tokens when they say they want to do the job, and those tokens get staked and put out there. Now, the client and the data center are both stakeholders in our network. Job gets done, handshake's made, eventually the tokens get paid out to the data center or the cloud provider, and a bunch of people are shelled out tokens in this process. Tokens are given out while people are going through accreditation. There's a check there. Tokens are given out while people are writing the bids and asks to our blockchain. Tokens are given out while we're running proofs of computes on the providers, making sure that they're always doing the things that they're supposed to do. There's a lot of checks and balances in our network, and all throughout that time, tokens are given out. We also take a very small maintenance fee of less than 1% to make sure everything in the network is operating properly. So that's pretty much how Photon works. We have a very simple go-to-market plan. We've been doing customer development for a long time with a lot of people that wanted this product. The easiest go-to-market for us is machine learning companies, saving them 90% on machine learning costs on batch jobs, low security work, super, super simple. We have a couple LOIs with some big name companies already, and we're deep in some talks with some others. The next thing we want to do after machine learning is put a serverless platform on top of this, like Heroku, eventually Heroku for 90% off. We believe that this could completely revolutionize the industry for cloud. Also because of what we're doing with containers, and we are very much a next generation company in the DevOps space as well, this is allowing the future of what we hope will be a dynamic content delivery system or a dynamic delivery system. So we see CDNs eventually being somewhere we move into, and of course, edge computing and secure nodes, something we've gotten good feedback from within the blockchain space. Me and my teammates have been working doing developer marketing, developer ops work, distributed computing, writing open source software for over 30 years combined. We've written things in the open source world with over 25 million downloads. We know what we're doing. I myself have built a global events company doing developer marketing, doing developer events in over 50 cities with 100,000 people in attendance. We're no rookies in this space. We also work with some great advisors, Oren Hoffman, Gil Penchina, Mike Arrington, some names you guys might recognize, Brandon Goldman, and also Jaron Lukovics. So that's Photon. We are decentralizing and optimizing the cloud infrastructure industry to bring something to people that will be hopefully 90% cheaper than how things are done today. And we're here to completely decentralize the power any one cloud provider has over the industry. Thank you.